right, who has the first question?
You know, in getting the shot, is there any part of you that thinks, you know, a little more seasoning, you know, a little bit more experience would be better for you to get in this position, or did you have no hesitation in taking the shot?
I fought my first fight against the number 6 in the world in 2 weeks' notice, and I just kept on going. You know, I fought two months later, and 6 weeks after that, I was fighting for the third time. So always against a ranked opponent, so I'm ready for the champion now.
Did you see him coming up through the ranks, you know, earlier this year? Did you see this guy as a potential contender?
I once said that if I'm hanging around and fighting guys like Volkan Ozdemir, I've done something terribly wrong with my money and my time, and I just never expected him to do what he did so fast.
You do a great job as an analyst and a commentator. Break down this main event for me and give me your prediction.
You got a scary guy in Francis Ngannou who hits as hard as anybody we've ever seen. And you've got a guy on the cusp of becoming the greatest UFC heavyweight champion of all time. That's what's being missed in this. Stipe Miocic has won and defended this belt twice.
Volkan has said multiple times that he thinks he's going to knock you out in a minute or two. It's going to be pretty quick. When you hear that, how do you react?
I think it's crazy.
Hey, I got a heart, man. It's not gonna be that easy, man.
I know it's not easy. I know you got heart. I heard you've been down there getting your ass kicked for years.
All my fights were so fast, and you're not gonna be different.
Okay.
It was all about training in this kind of environment, full of pro fighters, the best coach in the business, a lot of high-level training partners. So that's something I was missing back home. I know exactly how I'm gonna end up the fight, and it's gonna be in the first round by knockout.
I can't lose to Volkan Ozdemir. I can't, you know, it's a matter of who you're fighting. And he's just never really seen this level before. There's a different level to the sport. Maybe in a few years he will be that level, but he's not right now.
Ready to go? Hit up the East Coast, hit up Boston, go take care of our business, and do our thing, you know? I'm gonna go and do what I've done 20 times over the course of my career. Be at the highest level. I'm ready. Like, you know how I'm like taking advice from you.
One time he did her hair, and I was like, wow, he actually did it. And then I go in there and I check and I see everything's still where it was, so I know he didn't touch the hairbrushes. I'm like, well, what did
I used the brush.
The dog hairbrush.
Man, I didn't know it was a dog hairbrush, man. I thought it was her hairbrush.
Her socks you had on were the dog socks. Like,
No, it wasn't.
Yes, they were. Socks? Yes, dog
Is that
socks.
true, Marquita?
Yes.
We're here at the Hell House watching the fights. We have Kamaru, Usman, and Michael Johnson. They're gonna fight tonight on the main card of UFC St. Louis. Every time you watch somebody that you know fighting is different because you know anything can happen at any moment, so the tension is high.
Perfect. And what a great way to start, right? If you're talking about big, talk about the two heaviest divisions in the UFC fighting for championships on Saturday. So.
He is confident. He's got all for days. Nice short shot there. He moves the rear. Huge punches.
So I'm enjoying Boston. First night here, and then I can go to the Celtics game, so it's really an honor for me. I know it was when I wasn't able to find any fights, and now I'm fighting for the belts. I got the first one.
You meet the champ? What's up, buddy? Say what's up. Can we get a picture, Stipe, please? Oh, he'll wrestle you. Nice high cross.
Volkan Ozdemir may be a good guy, but I know one thing that Vol can't do, and that's beat Daniel Cormier.
for Saturday night's co-main event?
He's gonna go down in the first round.
Feels good to be back. It feels good to be back fighting. Yeah, you say you're the man. Show me. I like one-on-one. And I ain't got no racket. I ain't playing tennis. I ain't doing none of that other shit, you know? Playing pool, fighting. I'm very excited to do that to Volkan. Hey, what's up? My wife. This is so cool. Fenway Park. I feel great. I feel like I'm ready to fight. I've trained hard, I've trained smart, and I'm ready to go beat this dude. I mean, he's a tough guy, but he's in over his head.
It seems Daniel Cormier is like, this guy's not going to beat me. It's Volkan. Do you like that he's underestimating you?
No, I just think that's a little bit stupid from him. Putting me down like that just doesn't make sense, you know?
No, you're screwed. Let's see those shoes. Got your heels on today?
Man, don't talk too much, man.
You know what's gonna
You
happen.
want to make yourself confident, man. Don't
But
worry,
you already
man.
know what's gonna happen.
Well, you look like a zombie, man.
Yeah, I
Drink a
always
little
look like
bit.
a zombie. Hey, walk away. Hey,
Don't say walk away, man, when I'm here, man.
you know what's gonna happen, Volkan.
Keep talking, man.
Walk away.
Come here.
No.
You're not going there.
I'm not going over there.
Why?
I don't look like a zombie.
No, you told me walk away, man. You're walking
So,
I'm gonna wait. You go walk away now.
nah, I'm not going nowhere. Fuck that. I ain't walking. We're gonna just stay there all afternoon.
Okay, man, we're gonna see.
Who are these fucking cheerleaders? You guys go back in the cafeteria. Go back in the fucking cafeteria.
Come on, man.
Hey, walk away.
I'm down, man.
Walk away.
We're coming down here as we're the contender. We're not the champion. We're working hard. We've been working hard.
What time?
6 minutes in.
We're gonna push that to 8.
8 minutes instead of 7.
Volkan, who's in there?
205.
Let's go, Kemp! What's up? Let's go, brother. Have fun, bro. All right, man.
What's up, Boston? Welcome to the weigh-ins.
I have to beat Volkan Ozdemir. He's everything to me right now.
Daniel Cormier faces one of the most formidable knockout artists in the division in Volkan Ozdemir.
So many guys go into the fight with the idea that they're just gonna get me out of there. But what happens after 5 minutes when I'm still pressing you? They turn over, they present their neck.
He's under the neck.
I come here with heavy hands and I'm here to knock people out.
There's no part of me that's afraid of Volkan Ozdemir in any way, shape, or form.
Daniel Cormier has done it. Wow.
I'm gonna be there strong and I'm gonna impose my will. I'm gonna be the new champion.
I get my hand raised and I get a brand new gold belt that Dana White wraps around my waist, and that one will feel even better than the one that I got. I'm gonna smash this dude.
Official weight 205 for the challenger. Official weight 205 for the champion. Give us your thoughts on Daniel Cormier as an opponent and what tomorrow night means to you.
Daniel is a nice champion, but right now it's my time.
Sometimes you can go into a tournament and you win matches you're not supposed to and you get just too deep. Volkan Ozdemir is too deep. He gets his ass whipped tomorrow in the TD Garden Arena and goes back to the undercard.
Good luck to you, sir. Daniel Cormier, ladies and gentlemen.
I've got to make him do things that he has never experienced before, right? Make him uncomfortable. Take him into deep water. Show him that there are different levels to the game. and I'm at a different level.
I have to beat Volkan Ozdemir in a way that leaves no question that I'm the best guy right now. I'm gonna smash this dude.
Daniel Cormier looks to defend the light heavyweight belt against a vicious Swiss contender.
Oh! Ozdemir pushes Manuel down, he's out! Volkan Ozdemir does it again! It is a big weekend across the board for one of America's finest sports cities, but tonight...
This is no time versus the king of the grind. This is one guy who likes to stop fights in the first round versus a man who breaks people.
Volkan says, I have one punch power. He has to fight perfect for 5 rounds. That's the way he sees this matchup. He said this is his first time using a nutritionist. He knew this was going to be a tough fight, he said, and he knew he was going to need to be in extra good shape. Daniel Cormier, much more in tune with 5-round fights than his counterpart, Volkan Ozdemir. Back in the day, he went the distance with John Jones. Volkan Ozdemir is 28. Ozdemir, the taller man by several inches. Both fighters making the championship weight of 205 pounds. Volkan Ozdemir will have a 2.5-inch reach advantage.
The challenger, Volkan, no time, Ozdemir. Daniel DC Cormier.
Any questions? Any questions? If you want touch gloves now, come out swinging.
That one.
Ozdemir is very strong. Very strong in the clinch.
There you go, and now he fakes the shot, tries a duck under on the left side, doesn't quite get it, going to the clinch, forcing the clinch here.
Right hand over the top by Ozdemir. Good right to the body. So far, DC's absorbed all the big shots. And again, in the jab.
With that hook.
And that right eye, problematic for Volkan Ozdemir. You see him trying to blink it out.
Big right hand by DC.
Got it. There's that single leg. He's going to dunk and go to a lift here. And he gets it. Forcing big guys to balance is the worst thing you could do.
Cormier pounded on Ozdemir here late in the first round.
He's got the neck. He's got his neck.
Got it. It's in. It's in.
Listen good, nothing is there. Listen, you need to recover. But listen, don't be sloppy with your punch, Volkan. If he puts the pressure on you and you're in the pocket, follow with your left hand.
And here's the end. Smashing him down on the ground. Gets under the neck. Has the choke. This fight is over if there's 10 more seconds.
Right. Back to the single leg. And they'll make Ozdemir balance.
Yeah, Ozdemir is getting his energy sapped out. He's getting beaten up. The fight's dangerously close to being stopped just like this. I mean, he's really...
And that is it. Daniel Cormier defends in style tonight.
And he proved exactly what he said leading into this fight.
And what we see here is DC drags him in, shoots a double, transitions to a duck under, and then transitions to a high crotch. Beautiful finish by DC, showing the champion that he is, showing how high level and skilled he is at 205 pounds.
And still the undisputed UFC.
Joey, I've been through a lot. I go through a lot of stuff, man, and it's because of my greatest rival, but it feels good to get back in here and get a victory.
Daniel Cormier, congratulations, my friend. It was beautiful. Daniel Cormier, ladies and gentlemen.
And you just told me something interesting just a moment ago in a different interview where you said you had a conversation with Daniel about maybe changing some weight classes here.
He could go in and fight, and if Kane comes back, he could walk away from the belt if that's what he chose to do or whatever. But I think that Stipe and Daniel's a fun fight.
Volkan, obviously not the result you expected tonight. How much did you learn from your first title fight after being in the UFC for less than a year?
My game improved a lot. I felt strong in some different position, but definitely now I know also what I can do to improve, and I will improve back on Tuesday in the gym.
Congratulations, DC. I told you the Garden was a special place. Did you feel that tonight?
You walk into the Garden and you feel the championship history of the building, and and I enjoyed performing here. I loved it.
Hey Daniel, were you surprised at all by the support out here from fans out here at the Garden when you came out, and especially after that first takedown? Did any of that surprise you?
I think at its core, people are still good, you know, and I think they may sympathize with me a little bit, and I think that's why you got the cheers and the crowd kind of being as loud as they were, and I really did enjoy it and appreciate it.
I'm not a guy who likes to stir the dookie, so to speak. But your boss, Dana, apparently said on FS1 on the post-fight show that a fight that he would like to see is you against Stipe Miocic.
People have talked about that for a really long time, you know, and I mean, I did fight 13 fights at heavyweight, you know, so, and I hate cutting weight, as you guys all know.
One more thing about Stipe, you know, just being the first heavyweight to win 3 straight title defenses, and, you know, just your thoughts about that.
That's crazy that these guys have never done 3 because that division is so dangerous. So for Stipe to do it tonight against the most dangerous opponent that he's had, very impressive. Hats off to him. He's a great guy, great champion. I had a great time with him in Cleveland, learned a lot about him, and nobody deserves it more than Stipe Miocic.
And just one more. In July, obviously, it was emotional. You weren't up here. You've been up here before with the belt. You've done the post-fight press conference. Do you appreciate this a little more after what happened a couple of months ago?
I cried in the octagon. I cried before I went to bed. But you know what I cried the most was when Sunday morning I'm laying on the couch and my kids are in bed with their mom, and my boy rolls over and he taps his mom because every time he'd never go to the fights, he wanted to know if his dad won. She said, "No, Pop, he didn't win this time." And I was laying there. I could hear him. So I got my back to him, and I'm crying. And not long after, I feel like my boy behind me hugging me, you know. That was the hurtful thing. I appreciate this, but I appreciate them being able to smile tonight instead of shedding tears.